All right, let's try to do this problem. Michael's trying to figure out how to determine the coordinates of the angle theta is equal to 3/4 of pi without using the unit circle. Fill the question below. All right, so my angle is 3/4 of pi. First, which quadrant does your angle terminate in? You can use two different reasoning for it. First, you can say, okay, 3/4 of pi is bigger than half the pi, but less than pi, so it must be falling over here, which is the second quadrant. Or you can say your numerator is 1 smaller than the denominator, and that goes with the characteristic of all the radian in the second quadrant. So that's why you chose second quadrant. Either way is fine. Speaking of the characteristic of the radian in the second quadrant, it's going to be what? 2/3, 3/4, and 5/6. So numerator is 1 smaller than the denominator. What about the third quadrant? Numerator is 1 bigger than the denominator, so it's a 7/6 of pi, 5/4 of pi, 4/3 of a pi. Fourth quadrant, numerator is denominator multiplied by 2, and then subtract 1. So it is going to be 5/3 of pi, 7/4 of pi, and 11/6 of pi. Just FYI. All right, now what are the signs of the coordinates? If it's in the second quadrant, it's going to have a, what kind of x? Negative x and positive y. What is the coordinate of the reference angle in the first quadrant for this angle? So in order for me to know the reference angle, I look at my denominator, which is going to be 4. So on the first quadrant, 1, 2, 3, it goes what? Pi over 3, pi over 4, pi over 6. One with the denominator 4 with the reference angle is this one. So what's the coordinate of that middle one? That was the easy one because you don't really have to get confused. It's going to be square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. How would you know the other one? You can use the finger trick or the longer x and y stuff to figure out that. And letter D, so what's the actual coordinate of the angle theta? 3 over 4 pi. You combine that B and C. So the x has to be the negative, so it's going to be negative square root of 2 over 2. Y is going to be positive, so positive square root of 2 over 2. It's the answer for letter D.